So, for the past few days, I've been meditating on the fall of Jericho, and this happens in Joshua chapter 6. Now, I'm gonna only quote one verse from it, which is relevant for what I'm going to be talking about today. But I do recommend that you do actually read it. But anyway, I usually say that a lot with the videos because I don't want to read all of it to you, and this is, as I said, this is relevant for what I'm going to be talking about. So this is in verse 20, and it says, "So the people shouted when the priest blew the trumpet, and it happened when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, and the people shouted the great shout, that wall fell down flat, and the people went up into the city, every man straight before him, and they took the city." When we go through difficult times, that be challenges, trials, or just a season where we feel really low, what can happen is sometimes we end up focusing on those feelings, and then what happens when we focus on these negative feelings is they just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it turns into this avalanche of negativity, the negative thoughts, this feeling of feeling really low. During these difficult times, sometimes you find it hard to pray, to go to church, or to read the Bible, and basically to focus on Jesus. And basically, this is what the enemy wants. So the enemy does not want us to have a relationship with God. That his main goal is to tear people away from God. So when we go back to that verse, they were praising God and blowing their trumpets, and they were doing this for quite a while. And obviously in this verse 20, the walls came down, and that's basically what it happens to us when we praise God. Those negative thoughts, those negative feelings, those worries, they all come down. And when we do struggle to pray, to go to church, to read the Bible, what can really help is listening to Christian music. Because as you know, when we listen to music, usually we sing along in our heads, or we sing out loud. This is why some people choose not to listen to secular music, because obviously with secular music you have to be careful, because there's some lyrics that we probably should be intaking, should be singing along and that sort of thing. So with the Christian music, as you're going through this difficult time, you're singing this in your head, or if you want to, you can sing it out loud, or sometimes you start singing in your head and then just sing along. Eventually you are singing those lyrics are coming alive as you're listening to it, as your brain is processing it. Those lyrics are entering into our soul. Sometimes it's a massive change in mood, or sometimes it's just subtle, just enough where you suddenly have that strength to have that conversation with God, or to read the Bible, or to go to church that week. It's just the simplest thing that can help you kind of get out of this kind of negative feelings that you have. And that's what I was thinking when I was like going through the fall of Jericho, is the fact that the way they defeated them was literally just through praising God. It was just praising God, and that's how we can get rid of all our strongholds, is by praising him.